Back at the theater, we drop in on producer Ryan having a powwow with the always mysterious Anonymous. Hey, look who's coming. A very nervous Lord Highborn. I think he's about to interrupt.
I'm dreadfully sorry to interrupt you, gentlemen, but I have a matter of some importance to talk to Ryan about.
No problem, Your Lordship. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm not sure how to approach this exactly. You see, it's a matter of some delicacy.
If you need me to leave, that's okay.
It's not that. It's that I don't want this issue to put a strain on Ryan and my friendship, you know.
Horace, there is nothing you can say to me that will endanger our friendship in any way. We've been through way too much for that. I have boundless respect for you.
And you, young man. Oh, dash it all. This is the time to just come right out and say it.
His lordship wants to make up with that evil blighter, Ramirez.
Oh, Quigley, you didn't have to put it quite like that.
No way, he tried to frame me twice. That's not something you just forgive. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Sorry, Your Lordship.
But that's just it. You see, I don't believe he really did fool you. I think that big James fellow played both of you against one another.
You don't know how close Eddie and I were. He was like a father figure in my life. Then he turned on me for no reason. I think the world of you, Horace, I do. But you're asking too much. I can't be hurt like that again.
Please excuse my interjection, friends. But it is Easter season. Easter is about reconciliation. Jesus sacrificed for the forgiveness of others. Allow me to read to you this passage from John 19, verses 17 through 37 in the New Living Translation Bible. It reads, "Carrying the cross by himself, he went to the place called the Place of the Skull, in Hebrew, Golgotha. There they nailed him to the cross. 2 others were crucified with him, one on either side, with Jesus between them. And Pilate posted a sign on the cross that read, 'Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews.' The place where Jesus was crucified was near the city, and the sign was written in Hebrew, Latin, and Greek, so that many people could read it. Then the leading priests objected and said to Pilate, 'Change it from King of the Jews to he said, I am the King of the Jews.' Pilate replied, 'No. What I have written, I have written.' When the soldiers had crucified Jesus, they divided his clothes among the 4 of them. They also took his robe, but it was seamless, woven in one piece from top to bottom. So they said, 'Rather than tearing it apart, let's throw dice for it.' This fulfilled the scripture that says, 'They divided my garments among themselves and threw dice for my clothing.' So that is what they did. Standing near the cross were Jesus' mother and his mother's sister Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother standing there beside the disciple he loved, he said to her, 'Dear woman, here is your son.' And he said to this disciple, 'Here is your mother.' And from then on, this disciple took her into his home." Jesus knew that his mission was now finished, and to fulfill scripture, he said, "I am thirsty." A jar of sour wine was sitting there, so they soaked a sponge in it, put it on a hyssop branch, and held it up to his lips. When Jesus had tasted it, he said, "It is finished." Then he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. It was the day of preparation, and the Jewish leaders didn't want the bodies hanging there the next day, which was the Sabbath, a very special Sabbath, because it was the Passover. So they asked Pilate to hasten their deaths by ordering that their legs be broken. Then their bodies could be taken down. So the soldiers came and broke the legs of the 2 men crucified with Jesus. But when they came to Jesus, they saw that he was already dead, so they didn't break his legs. One of the soldiers, however, pierced his side with a spear, and immediately blood and water flowed out. This report is from an eyewitness giving an accurate account. He speaks the truth so that you also can believe. These things happened in fulfillment of the scriptures that say, "Not one of his bones will be broken. They will look on the one they pierced." Then he rose on the third day, showing the victory of love, life, and redemption over death, bitterness, and the evil choices we all make.
To honor a holiday dedicated so fully to second chances and new life, I'm only asking you to give me the chance to help Mr. Ramirez see the light.
All right. In honor of our friendship and Easter itself, I'll give him another chance. I warn you, though, it's going to take a lot for him to earn my trust back.
You do us proud, sir. Now, don't worry if he gets out of line. Quigley will most certainly lower the boom on him if he does.
Thanks, Quigley. Lord Highborn, step into my office real quick. It's time I filled you in on my history with Edgar.
Jolly good, young Ryan. I knew you were made of sterner stuff.
Your hesitation speaks of your wisdom, but your attempt to reach out speaks volumes about your character. Bravo, my friend.